Alrighty, Miles, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers here. This is one of the teams we talk about all the time just because they're so interesting with, with the new additions they have, especially at the quarterback position in that battle, whether it's Pickett, Rudolph, Trubisky. A lot of interesting tidbits there. And I know you have the specifics on a brand new update straight from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we get into that, Pittsburgh fans, look, NFL season kickoff right around the corner. That means it's time to predict what could happen at the end of the season. We're talking awards, specifically Rookie of the Year. And the Steelers have a number of guys that could potentially be in contention for those awards at the end of the season. So let us know in the comment section below, what Pittsburgh Steeler do you think will win Rookie of the Year? We'll talk specifically Offensive Rookie of the Year because I got a number of guys that could be in contention for that. Let us know in the comment section below. But Miles, what's the latest out of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, Nick. Well, Pittsburgh has a lot of options there. Obviously, if you ask me, the clear favorite would be George Pickens, who has been nothing short but incredible of what he's done in camp so far. A lot of major grabs on top tier NFL DBs. So I mean, that one's crazy. But there's another guy in camp where, if you look at the body of work, you look at all the factors involved, he's been really impressive to me, and that's young Kenny Pickett, quarterback for the Steelers, who they drafted in the first round of this year. Only first round quarterback taken. But Pickett really just, his growth throughout camp has been something that's been really big for me. And, we're going to get to that. We have a couple graphics talking about that, but he's also shown that he's become much more comfortable in the offensive system of the Steelers. And I have a little article talking about this. And specifically, it talks about all of the things that Pickett has grown as. But I want to touch on a 2-minute drill that they ran recently in training camp. And Mason Rudolph did an incredible job in this drill. They had 1:38 on the clock. They had to go 60 yards, and they're trying to get a touchdown. A true 2-minute drill to get to the end zone. Rudolph drove down the field, had a couple short passes for first downs, got a huge chunk play for a 35-yard bomb, and then got a touchdown to Pickens in the end zone. Pickens did a lot of work in that drive, and it took Rudolph 4 plays to get into the end zone, which is very impressive. Pickett did it in 2. Pickett dumped a screen off for 30 yards and then hit a 30-yard bomb over the middle for a touchdown. And, it just shows that Pickett is in there. He's looking for, the best option. Obviously, saw the screens open, dumps off to the screen goes 30 yards, looks over the middle, sees the deep ball, throws a beautiful deep ball for a 30-yard touchdown. He's getting very comfortable in this offense. What do you think about that, Nick?
Yeah, so you brought up comfort, and that's a huge part of it, right? You know, his growth and development as he gets more rhythm. Let's go on and show the stats here. Let's go to that graphic and talk about this, Miles. I mean, you look at the week 1 Kenny Pickett's. First of all, credit to Steelers Reddit for aggregating this data for us and posting Pickett's performance. Credit to the fans out there for doing that. But looking at all this information in front of us here, you can see, look, I mean, statistically, it's obvious, right? Just the growth he went from week 1 in terms of, accuracy, yards, production, turnovers, and week 2. And that's a big part of comfort and growing in that trend that Kenny Pickett is on, right? And that's what I look for. And I think that's what everybody should look for when you're looking at a young guy or really any player's evaluation throughout training camp, is the trend that they're on. Because we get these anecdotal stories. Oh, someone had a bad day. Someone had a great day. Someone threw an interception. Someone went 5 for 5 today. It all just depends. And here's why. So it's this way when I played in college. I'm sure it's the same way in the NFL, where each practice has a slightly different structure when it comes to the scrimmages and the team periods. For example, you may have a practice, you brought up a 2-minute drill, where the team period may focus mainly on 2-minute. You may have a situation where it's okay, the team period may be five plays at 3rd and 5, 4 plays at 2nd and 8, 3 plays at 3rd and 12, whatever. And so when you have these situations that really aren't replicable of a game, right? They're a little bit different. They're very, very structured and just working on certain, schemes and situational plays. You may have a guy in there that there's not their best plays, not the things they're most comfortable with. And so they may struggle. And you also have at that same time, an offensive coordinator may call a play that he knows Kenny Pickett, Rudolph, Trubisky, whoever, that's not the best play for him, but he just wants to see how they do in it. If it was a real-time game situation, they obviously wouldn't call a play that would be bad for their current quarterback. They'd actually pick a better play. So when you see a quarterback have a bad day or something like that, it could just be one of those situations, and that's usually the case. right? Where you have a quarterback that, hey, it's a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and long period. And, the offensive coordinator called 3 plays that quarterback wasn't very good with. So he threw an interception. That doesn't mean he's a bad quarterback. It just means it was just a bad situation. But again, going back to what I like to see from Kenny Pickett is that overall trend. Because when you see growth, that's when the trend, and you see here from the data, and with your story with the 2-minute drill, he's starting to get more comfortable. He's starting to get more decisive, and he's starting to really gain on Mason Rudolph in some ways.
All right, Nick, it's time to get your internet privacy back today on every device you own in any country you want. Don't let anyone but you control your internet. NordVPN keeps you safe from prying eyes wherever you go online with their military-grade encryption. Is your favorite Netflix or streaming content blocked in the US? You can simply connect to one of the many countries available with NordVPN and get the access you need.
That's right, Maya. So right now, get our exclusive NordVPN deal here at nordvpn.com/SMI. It's risk-free now with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, get that exclusive deal, nordvpn.com/SMI.